Hey, it's important to know and recognize those people in your community who are also connected to the community. We've got some great philanthropic guests here who also own a business that's been very successful doing some great work. Stay tuned, everybody. It's the Your Little Castle Show. Welcome, everyone, to Your Little Castle Show. Yours truly, Carter Rethwish, a.k.a. the Cardinal Cowboy. Always fine-tuning and adjusting our production here. People say, are you doing all the production? Yes, I am. I'm a computer nerd. We talked about that. You've got a lot of background with the computer. That's what we were talking about earlier. And I said, well, man, Mom and Dad may go to computer classes back in the day. And then I revolted and would have touched a computer until I was a senior in college. But I went to the media center down there at St. Louis University and then kind of went on from there. So here we are. But we get the great opportunity to highlight those leaders in our community who are making an impact. And we actually met prior, but before we get into where we met, let's talk about, give everybody's names here. Roland DeChambeau and your wife, Alyssa, right?
Yes.
And you guys have had this business together now for 7 years and many years of experience, too. You served in our military.
I was a veteran. I'm a veteran. I served for 8 years.
Okay.
Did 3 combat tours overseas and enjoyed my time. I learned a lot. Taught me how to interact with people on a different level, we'll say.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of great skills. I think there's some argument people make that everybody should serve in our military because they earn discipline and hard work, dedication, trust, and integrity is another big one. I know you get. But with that, also then, I'm going to put there we got it on there. You're in the camera shot there for us. So, Alyssa, and then you guys have been married now for how long?
We've been together for 16 years.
16 years, and then you've been helping the whole time.
Yeah.
And you guys were working together in another company, and the company went away. And
I would say she's the push that got me to where we are.
She's the one. All right, there you go. It takes that little push. She's the office vice president, owner, and founder with you. So with that, shout out to our sponsors, Carroll House Furniture, because you like nice things. Where do you have these nice things? In your little castle, right? Everybody's got their own little corner of the world. They're trying to make it their own little castle. And with that, we say, hey, well, let's show off some of the leaders in our community that are helping to construct and remodel those castles and a lot of the great work you guys have up there. Brand new looking website, looks great. On the ball there, it looks good. And many years of experience. Let's talk about it. Why did you decide to get into construction? Is this something that military background led you to, or what is it that kind of started you off, Roland?
Yeah, I like working with my hands, and I came to a point where it became a passion more than anything. I've worked with a lot of different contractors in the past, and I didn't necessarily like the way they did business or how they treated their customers, so I decided I was going to do my own thing, take it my own way, and try to grow the business that I felt more people needed with remodeling and construction. Yeah,
well, that's what they say. If you want to be in control, you got to take it on your own. And kind of what we've done here with our little TV show and what we enjoy highlighting those leaders. Because as small business owners, which I qualify as, and we've got a little team that we've got too, but you got a lot more control when you do that. But with great power comes great responsibility. They say,
yes,
right?
that's right.
So, Alyssa, what is it that helped you that move into this space and you decided this is what you guys wanted to do?
Well, like I told you before, we were working with a company, and they decided to leave the St. Louis market, and so I decided, they're gone. You can work for me. So let's start it ourselves.
Somebody's taking charge here. Okay, I got it. Well, tell me, what is it? A lot of great work you out there, and we hear about the things that a lot of people are saying about you in the community. And I like I said, we met at the Little Patriots Josh Grayson concert that I was emceeing over there at the Hollywood Casino. That was fun. Talked to Carol last night, or early this morning, I guess it was. She's got an event she put up for spots. I'd like to go to that down in Florida to support the Blue. But what has this led to your guys' success? What do you think that has gotten you to where you've had the discipline you learned from military? What do you think that helped you?
I would say it's our passion and dedication to our clients.
Yeah.
That's what separates us from everybody else. I'm a driven individual, and I will go above and beyond to make it happen, no matter what.
Write that one down, everybody. We're getting into some good quotes here, but a driven individual who go above and beyond. That's what you have to do if you're going to make it, honestly, especially if you're going to run your own company. If you've got people working for you, there's a different set of responsibilities there. Not to say that employees are obviously very important for what we do to get the work done, but if you're going to get it done, somebody's got to lead the pack, and somebody's got to say, this is where we're going. And then people that support you will follow you, and you need their support as well, right? What do you feel as though has led you to your success, Alyssa?
Our quality, definitely our quality, and just the time we take with all of our bids, all of our customers, the time we take to go over numbers, just our relationship with the people we work for.
Okay, yeah. Well, and through the relationship you develop are what gets you to where you need to be successful. Give me the total background. You've been working in the industry now, is it over 20 years?
Over
is that right?
20 years.
Okay, in this trade, I guess, in this profession. Tell me about that and what started you there and what led you
I got out of the Army, went to school immediately after I got out. And from there, I went right back to work for the Army, surprisingly enough, on a federal hospital project, working with the Army Corps of Engineers.
Okay.
And being a military veteran in the sea of civilians, they saw me as the perfect fit to mitigate between the two forces, if you will.
Okay.
So I became a quick rising star, didn't like the politics,
All right.
and decided we were going to go our own way.
Okay. You can go your own way. Alyssa, you were there for this.
Yeah. I was actually welding at the time. We had two different kind of, but we both kind of broke off and went to contracting.
Well, you're a professional welder. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that led here. Tell me about how the path that got you here, though.
I guess it's just wanting to be free, wanting to work for ourselves. We have 2 autistic kids, and we kind of had to have a more of a flexible schedule than you get, working for someone else. And so that's kind of how we got here.
Okay, yeah. Where adversity arises, there's a solution. There's a way you can get through it, and it's proud parents of some kids that have. I talk about kids like that. Like I was through a terrible accident, different realm there, but they bring incredible strength, incredible good positive vibes to us, and
they push you to be the best of you.
Yeah.
That push you to be the best of you. Write that one down again. We got another one here, everybody. But yeah, I mean, they're literally superheroes. I gave a speech a while ago at an event, and it was about 8 minutes, and I said, these are superheroes who have super capabilities to do super things to impact super events. And so, but yeah, like this gal that I'd walked down the red carpet they had done this for this event down at the River City Casino, and she had 27 surgeries. I go, imagine going through 27 surgeries. And by that time she had sarcoma. They had amputated her leg. I saw her out not too long after that. She got her metal leg. She had shorts on and showed her off her metal leg, and she was proud to be alive and helping everybody, and real positive energy. If everybody could be that way, right?
Exactly.
It's inspiring. You get to learn a lot from your kids, I guess, too. How old are they now?
Our autistic boys are 12 and 6.
12 and 6. And then you've got 5, is that right?
5 kids, yeah.
Okay.
We've got 5.
Give the ages to be fair for everybody.
The ages are 14, 12, 9, 6, and 2.5.
2.5 in this baby. All right, you guys are busy. Good work. Well, I appreciate that. Tell me, though, a little bit about the team. And years of experience we got there, but who's your team? Do you have specific contractors you always work with? You do a lot of the work yourself, or you're in the field? You're an operator because you're out there doing the work yourself.
I am an operator. I tend to take a working management role, if you will, right? I wouldn't ask my guys to do anything I wouldn't do myself.
Okay.
I think that's very important. But we have a dedicated list of subcontractors that we
I like
use
to
for
call them
all
our
of our
Rolodex.
projects.
Okay.
We have a Rolodex.
Okay.
We have plumber, electrician, anything that is outside of our scope, we know somebody that we trust, and
You've got an expert that you guys know you can count on. They'll be there to get the job done. Yeah, and that's part of the team. We talk about that because I've got video experts and production experts and editing experts, and you better find somebody who knows what they're doing, because if you don't, then the product won't get done. But because not everybody, you can't be a jack of all trades, master of none. And these days, you want to have experts for the specific. My dad said, Carter, you're going to learn to specialize in something, right? Once you get good at that, then pay other people to do the work, and then build that team. So you've got a pretty good team. How many people between your trades, different teams do you have? What amount of people would you say you've got together all
Between all the different trades, we have about 50 different people to handle just about everything.
Yeah, so
if I can't do it, we definitely know a guy.
We know, we definitely know a guy. That's good. Well, to have that team is important. Like we talk about, if you've got a team, then you can make it happen. Teamwork makes the dream work. They talk about.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Tell me each, and I'll start off with you, Alyssa. What is it that fuels your passion for this and makes you wake everybody? Your kids, obviously, but
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about what you do and love about your business.
I love meeting new people. We have a lot of customers that return for multiple projects. And so once you work with people so many times, they become kind of like your friends, you know? And just helping people have one space that looks a certain way and they want to change it. And when we get done, they walk into an entirely new space. And just seeing their face light up and them being so happy with what they already own being so new and refreshed.
The changes that we offer.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. The change that we offer to our clients and customers, it's life-changing to them, and that means a lot to us.
Okay, yeah. So you guys have part of that teamwork. You guys have got a system together, and you've developed something that makes this all. And the passion you have, seeing that final result, making for customers, clients that are very happy, because you just improve the value of their home, their most
Yeah.
valuable asset, right? And it's important to have a home that you can one day. A lot of people, that's their number one resource for their own retirement, and makes it happen. Tell me about it. You've had a lot of great feedback from people that you've done work for. Give me a little bit of, because you got some people that are like repeat every year that you come
Every
back for.
year,
yeah.
Tell me about some of the good feedback you've heard from some of your customers and clients.
I would say the biggest one that put the most impact on me was a lady's nephew needed his house redone. His father had passed, and he wanted to put it on the market as a rental. So we asked if we would come in and help him fix what was already started by his dad. We changed the house entirely. Dramatic change. It turned out really well. Not too long after that, she ended up losing her leg in a horrible accident.
Oh, wow.
We volunteered our time and energy to completely make her house ADA accessible for free.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah.
That's donating some efforts and time and more money and resources and labor to getting something to help somebody who's been through a tough situation.
Well, that turned into a windfall for us. It gave us a chance to put our name out into the community. We ended up giving some vouchers away for a raffle, I think is what it was. And that worked out, helping us grow as individuals and with the company. It's led to unbelievable success because of that. Right?
Yeah.
Just that word of mouth.
Yeah, I
wasn't
was saying that word of mouth, what you're known as somebody. I did this by accident because I just went through my coma. If you know my story, I was lucky to be alive, pull a ventilator. So I got to go talk to different groups and organizations, and just I'm going to really, and the feedback I got from everybody, and it kind of developed that whole cycle. I call it the vicious spiral upwards. And so that's what you guys had developed,
Indeed.
starting here and working on it and spinning around and helping people and not even asking for anything, but then the word spreads and you
And
can
then
be
it brings
somebody in the community that people can trust. Let's tell me how that's worked for you and why you think that's been important for you and the feedback you've heard also.
Well, just the word of mouth is, that's how we get most of our business, through word of mouth, through
Sure.
people, you know, who did this, or I need this done, and our customers feeling passionate about giving them out our information. And so it's a good feeling when people trust you enough to give your name out to
Right.
their friends and to people that they,
to their parents.
and to their parents. Yeah.
Yeah,
a
if
big one.
if you're going to pass anybody on to anybody, if you give them on to your own parents, then you must trust them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right, yeah.
And that's kind of fueled your growth and where you guys have been now successful and had a business that's going on 7 years old. And if you're getting close to that 10-year mark. I say that's kind of the magic mark when people at 10 years, after you made it 5, you made it through a lot.
Right. I
Right.
mean, yeah, if you can make it past the 5-year mark, you're doing pretty good.
And now that you're here, because how do you turn something from nothing? The hardest part is getting started. And when you
Yeah.
guys-
Indeed.
And so, obviously you had, give me a little bit more about that. Some of the feedback you had when you guys were getting started that encouraged you to go start your own business.
The ability to not say no. And there was a lot when we first got started that was a little overwhelming, starting your business on your own and having to take responsibility in those giant steps forward to create something out of nothing. And the responsibility it puts on your shoulders.
Alyssa, you agree with that?
Yeah, yes. It does take experience. I definitely think it takes experience, a lot of responsibility and all that, but a lot of it is a walk in faith. You have to move forward.
Okay, we'll write that down too, everybody. Walk in faith. Well, with that, we're going to share some of our community involvement. We've got a new list of our little videos we have in our community here, so we're going to share with you guys some of the excitement we've had the fortune to partake. But enjoy here, and we'll be back here in just a minute.
All right, everybody, just got our bobbleheads. We're outside of Bush gate number 4. There it is, gate 5 up there. Right next to this exit, we got our hand stamped. There it is, hand stamped. And but yeah, you can see there Cardinal Cowboy performed. We got my buddy Brooke and his son King with us. There they are. Gate 4, and so you can see all of the ballpark village amenities. You go in up there, but we're going back around over here to go back to our car. We're going to show you the statues. These statues are pretty amazing. A lot of ballparks have them, but very few have the kind of superstars that the Cardinals have had over the years. So we're going to walk through these briefly. There he is. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Thank you. We'll check him out. There he is. Rogers Hornsby. George Sissel. Cool Papa Bell, Bob Gibson, Lou Brock, Stan the man usual. There's another one for him. Red Shane Deans, there he is. Ozzie Smith, right there. Enos Slaughter, Dizzy Dean, and the most recent, Ted Simmons. All right, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed our little walk.
His name is Carter Rethwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rethwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goal, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up.
So we're hearing all the time now why people need to be on our show, and it's pretty obvious. These days, the stats are proven. If you're going to get people's attention, you've got to get them with video. Google loves video. YouTube, obviously, is where you put your videos, and it's just a no-brainer. The problem is, until we kind of put together this whole format, there's no other way to get this kind of quality for the cost we put together. Because I'm a computer nerd, because I figured out how to automate, systematize, my buddy Paul worked for ABC. He's been on the show. He's been a host here. He's been KMOX. He's got his own shows there. He said, Carter, you're doing the job of 13 people. And he said, Carter, who does your graphics? 14 people. We've systematized this. Mom and Dad made me go to computer classes just in case the professional baseball career didn't work out. And so we started off doing 1 show, then 2 shows, then 3 shows, and then we had to jump to 5 shows a week just to fill the demand, because here you get a professional video that looks dynamite, that'll let your business really showcase what they do, and you don't have to spend $10, $15, $20, $30,000 to do it. So if you'd like to be on the show, get a hold of us and understand these stats. When you're on a show like this, when you put this on your website, you're going to decrease your bounce rate by 34%. You're going to increase your close rate, your conversion rate, by up to 80%. We have clients tell us they get 25% more closed deals because of the show. They track this. They can speak to that. And you're going to just get an overall boom for your business. You've got to do video. If you have clients, we did an interview with them 2020. It's 2026. They have made over $360,000 by using our video. They came back to do it again. So get a hold of us. Jump on here. Go to bigleagues.com. That's BIGG leagues.com. Or call us or text us right there, the phone number you see there. And we look forward to having you on our show. Stay tuned. Giddy up. So there you have it, everybody. A lot of the fun. We get to parts. There's the different shirts we wear, same hat, similar hats. We kind of built a little symbol here with our hat, and what we stand for is the Cardinal Cowboy. So with that, I'm a computer guy, a computer nerd, baseball stats guy a little bit for my stat. I knew if I went 2 for 3, I'd be hitting 480 or whatever by the end of the game. So I do this little cost analysis. But give me kind of the rundown. Why should somebody get the work done professionally versus the Chuck in a truck or their brother-in-law or Dan in a van? I heard that one recently. Yeah. Somebody's got a van, so now he can come out and fix your bathroom for you. You guys have incredible work. We're going to show off the work here. We got a lot of pictures queued up here, and a lot of them on your website that is updated now. But yeah, why should somebody spend the money to get this done professionally? Because you're not probably, are you the highest price? You're not the lowest price? Tell me where you fit.
I would say that we are fair for the value that we offer. And what we've seen in the field coming out of some of these guys lately,
right?
It's pretty bad.
Okay.
And it costs you more to have me come in and fix his mistakes than it would just to let me do it to begin with.
Yeah.
Save the money. Call the right guy the first time, and you don't have to.
And Alyssa, this is allowing people to greatly improve the value of their home. When you guys are done, you're in the back office, you see the numbers, and here's the materials, and then the value of the house. They can say, wow, this house has gone up $20,000, $30,000 in value, but it was a $10,000 upgrade.
Yeah,
like
yeah. $5,000, $10,000 project can raise your home value $20,000 to $50,000 or more.
Really?
Yeah, just new bathroom, new updates.
Yeah,
things
kitchens,
like
baths, those are the biggest things. You do a lot of kitchens as well. We saw decks.
Kitchens,
Yeah,
kitchens,
okay.
decks, baths. Those are the bigger ones.
Yeah, okay. Helping people in to get to where they get their pool. We got a great picture of somebody's got a great looking deck that you guys did. You brought the guys in and did the pool too. For them.
We also do basement remodels.
We also do
big
basements.
Is that the
That's
biggest?
a big one.
That
brings
could be a lot of value. Okay, tell me about
Lots
that.
of value. A basement remodel project isn't necessarily inexpensive by any means, but for the cost of the materials that you put into it and the value you gain in the house long term, think about it. You take your 3-bedroom house, turn it into a 5-bedroom house. That dramatically increases the value of that home.
Yeah.
Right. So you got the egress and the window and all that stuff.
Egress in the window and everything.
Yeah, I just I'll share the numbers in general, but I have a house. It was a nice investment. I got it for $353,000 back in 2004, and I'll share a little bit out there. But recently I looked at the price; it had gone up, kept going up, and then it took a big bump of like 100,000 from like 625 up to 725 or even more. And I think it had to do with one of our neighbors had sold their house and they had their basement remodeled. They had a gym, they had bedrooms, and we didn't know the whole thing, but my girlfriend knew the realtor that was working on it. And then when we saw it sold, like that made the whole neighborhood go up because their house is smaller than mine, and it sold for like 720. So my 730, whatever, in that ballpark.
Reciprocal value.
Yeah, but if you don't have those kinds of improvements, now they might look at my house and be like, oh, they don't have the basement finished or part of the basement finished, so then they'll take it down to 690 or something. But that's just still by having those things. But get that basement finished and increase that. Take that extra $50,000 in
Huge
value
investment.
that you only spent $25,000 on. Good stuff. We're taking up time here, but I wanted to get that point there. Why should somebody choose you guys? What is it you think that really separates you from the rest? I like the fact that you came from the history in the industry and then your military background. I kind of give that discipline, and working obviously your wife with Alyssa here, making us work. Tell me about it.
It's the dedication. I'm dedicated to every project, and if I find a problem, I always come to you with a solution before the problem is even a thing.
Right.
Right. And I'm upfront, honest. Everybody makes mistakes, and sometimes things happen. But it's about solving the problem, not running from it. I feel like a lot of contractors these days create massive problems in their projects and then just walk away because they don't know how to fix it.
I got another one there, right? Solving the problem, not running from it. It makes sense. If you can solve the problem, then you're going to have work to do, right?
Yep.
You'll always have a job if there's a problem that you can fix. That's a great way to look at life. I'll write that down. You'll always have a job that way, everybody. Take it here from Roland talking about that. That's important. Really separates you guys from the rest. We got about 4 minutes left here. Tell me about the certifications, your crews that you contract with. They're all certified, HVAC, plumbing,
Yes.
electrical, all that. But yourself, and then sometimes there's just not those kinds of certifications. But look at the experience you bring, and then you're working with the municipalities, and code is always a big thing.
I like to understand everything at its core, right? So, how does a toilet actually function? Why does it drain? The slope. I don't know the specifics of any of these things. I know what it takes,
Right.
But I also know the guy who knows all of those things. But I
Right.
can see it and say, "Meh, that slope doesn't look great." But that's what he's for. The special certifications that it takes to get a lot of these things done is very important.
Very, very cool. And I'm adjusting. You guys got a great looking website. Well, I'm gonna put that up on the wall for everybody to take a look at behind us. But there we go, our button here. Look at this. Look at this beautiful website. There's your picture. There's some work in the background. There was your picture at the Little Patriots Embraced, and just a lot of great information for people here to catch up with you and see the work that you've done and the resources that you can put out there for people to be happy when they walk away and go, wow, what an incredible upgrade we had here. But make sure that they've got the experience, because if there is an industry where there's not a lot of, and depending on what's just general construction, not a lot of certifications for that. But look at the history somebody's got. Look at the work that they've done.
Right. Anybody holding a hammer thinks that they can build a house.
And make sure that the contractor that you choose is fully insured. Make sure that they're licensed with your city. That's important. We're licensed with almost every city, from Crestwood to Winfield. We're licensed everywhere we work. That way we can pull the permits and things like that we need to do.
Yeah,
So.
if you're not licensed, then what are you going to do to begin with? That's important. All right. Well, tell me then, as we finish up, we've got about a minute and a half left. Real quickly on this question, because the last question I want you to emphasize how you get started, but this one is benefits of working with you as small business owners and the attention to detail that you get to pay to the work.
You won't get lost in the numbers, I would say. A lot of these bigger companies are only worried about the pennies. They really don't care about the customer. It's about how much they can bring in based off of what they can charge you to bring in. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We're fair about our price.
Yeah.
That's the way you should run a business. Tell me the process then. How does somebody hire you guys? Go to the website, call the phone number. You got a cool phone number up there. I'll put that up on the screen. Did I hit the right button? There it is. But it's at 636-626 TRIM, which is 8746.
Yeah.
And then they call that number. Once they've got that number,
They call that number. I answer.
You're going to answer, right?
I'm going to get them on the schedule, see what kind of work they need, what are they looking for, and then I'm going to schedule for him to go out, do a bid. He can kind of give a ballpark there while he's there, but take a lot of notes, a lot of measurements, come back to the house, comb through it. That way we can give you an accurate number. And see, sometimes we have to comb through to make sure, sometimes we can get the materials cheaper somewhere else. So we say, okay, look, we can do your project for this. You want to go here to get your materials, we can do it cheaper, so.
The Roland's out there doing the work, getting it done.
Yep,
Exactly.
yep.
All right, everybody. Stay tuned. You're watching the Your Little Castle show, highlighting those leaders in our community. I'm going to keep leaning over until my camera catches up with me. We're about to finish up here. Thanks, everybody. This is Your Little Castle show. Giddy up.